Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
Good afternoon. We're about to hit 12:30 and the news continues on WKYT. Bill Bryan and Barbara Bailey reporting.
Well, the day started off with rain for many of us.
Those showers, though, still working their way out of the area this afternoon. Let's begin with WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris and a check on the forecast and the First Alert Defender.
Yeah, and we're looking on First Alert Defender, and everything has moved on out. Now, you could get a couple of sprinkles the rest of the afternoon, but I just don't see a good rain chance whatsoever. Now our attention focuses in on some snow. And look, if you've been outside the past, hour or two, you're thinking, snow? Man, it feels good outside, and it really does. I mean, we're sitting there in the lower 50s at the moment, but you see the spin in the atmosphere. What that's going to do is just usher in and push in some colder air, not only colder air, but also it looks like some snow chances later on this evening and off into the night. Look at those temperatures. You just got to love it. That's your high for today. Typically, your high falls in between about 3 and 4 p.m., but this time it's going to be right now because that colder air filters on in. You'll be around 45 as we hit that 4 p.m. time, and then breezy conditions. You're already feeling it. You did this morning, and you're just going to hold on to that the rest of the afternoon coming out of the southwest until that front rolls on through, or the coldest air, I should say, to give us that snow chance. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be tracking rain chances and also snow chances, not just for today, but off towards your weekend. That's when it gets really interesting. And I'll show you what the latest weather models show coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Micah, thank you. And this weather can be tricky. This morning's rain turned into some black ice in some communities.
Now, Franklin County was one of the places dealing with slick roads and crashes during the morning commute. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel shows us the problems in our top story at 12:30. Whitney?
Well, it may not look like it now with the sun out and mid-40 temperatures, but this morning several roads in Franklin County had spots with black ice, making for a slick commute to work.
Well, the rural parts of the county appear to be a little worse than other places.
Just after 5 o'clock this morning, sprinkles started falling in Franklin County and throughout the morning turned into quite a downpour. Sheriff Pat Melton says while the air temperature was above freezing, some rural roads that don't see a lot of sunlight were not. Black ice quickly formed in some spots. Deputies responded to several accidents, mostly minor due to the slick roads. It made for a busy morning, one they weren't exactly expecting.
Today was very much a surprise. We didn't expect it, wasn't looking for it because the air temperature was so warm. But we had a couple real low nights that dropped the ground temperature back down and the asphalt temperature. So we was actually a little surprised this morning.
Sheriff Melton says accidents slowed down right around 10, but some spots stayed icy until midday. In Franklin County, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
And one of this morning's accidents, a woman flipped her car on Rocky Branch Road. She was taken to Franklin Regional Medical Center. Rain combined with cold created a slick situation in Wolfe County as well. Dispatchers say they had at least a dozen calls about crashes after part of the Mountain Parkway iced over. Now, it got bad enough that the Sheriff's Department asked people to stay off the roads for a while. A fugitive captured in central Kentucky appeared before a judge this morning.
Authorities arrested Robert Caldwell in Lincoln County on Tuesday, and today he appeared in a Casey County courtroom on charges that he stole a mail Jeep and kidnapped a teenager before being caught. WKYT's Phil Pendleton was there for that hearing, and he has the report. Phil?
Robert Caldwell had a not guilty plea entered for him on 5 felony counts: criminal mischief, robbery, kidnapping, fleeing and evading police, and auto theft. Now, Caldwell hobbled into the courtroom, his hands and feet in shackles and chains. Cameras are not allowed in the courtroom. He's accused of stealing a mail Jeep and taking the carrier's son at gunpoint. But several miles down the road, he let the teenager go unharmed. The boy went into a grocery store, then got help from a nearby machine shop. That's where his mother, frantic after searching for her son, called 911 to report the mail Jeep theft.
Okay, do you have any idea who took it?
No, it was a guy in a purple shirt. That's all I know. That he was wearing a mask. He had a gun. He took my son with him, but he let him out. I've been looking for my son.
How old's your son?
My son is 13.
Now, the judge said that Robert Caldwell is to be considered dangerous and a flight risk, and he declined a motion by his court-appointed attorney to lower his $1 million cash bond. In Casey County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Caldwell is also wanted on a federal warrant for a violent carjacking in the Kansas City, Missouri area. Today we're getting more reports of parents being targeted in a kidnapping scam. Somebody calls them claiming their children have been kidnapped and demands money for their safe return. Lexington police told us about 3 instances yesterday, and we're learning now doctors from the Madison Family Clinic and another doctor out of Rockcastle County also received the calls.
It's one thing we're talking about stealing money, it's another thing we're talking about stealing people's children.
Police say if you get one of those calls, you should get as much information from the caller as possible and contact police.
A man accused in Lexington's latest murder will face a judge this afternoon. Felix Rodriguez is charged in the shooting death of Alejandro Dominguez Hernandez. Police found the victim in the back seat of a car on Johnston Road Monday. Court documents show Rodriguez admitted he killed the victim after luring him to the scene to buy cocaine. A man will spend a year and a half on probation after animal control officers found 49 dead horses on his farm. They also removed 14 emaciated horses from Larry Browning's Pendleton County farm last year. Browning entered an Alford plea to a single count of failing to dispose of a carcass. He must also pay the county $7,500 for caring for the horses they removed.
Flu activity remains widespread in Kentucky. The State Cabinet for Health and Family Services says some of the variables that they track were down this week, but there is still a significant amount of flu circulating. Officials say they still can't tell whether flu activity has peaked yet or not. Some good news about the job market in Kentucky. Unemployment rates fell in all 120 counties from December of 2013 through December of 2014. Those figures just out today. Scott and Woodford counties had the lowest jobless rates at 3.7%. Magoffin County had the highest at 11.5%.
During life-threatening emergencies, your first call will likely be to 911 for help. Because every second matters. For the past 5 months, we've been investigating Lexington's 911 center. We found that last year, dozens of 911 calls ring between 51 and 60 seconds before they're answered. Compare that to the previous 4 years, where records show every call was answered before 50 seconds.
Certainly there's concerns anytime the call takes more than, say, 10 seconds. We have a concern. Our goal is to get the calls answers within 10 seconds.
So why is it taking call takers longer to answer 911 calls lately? At 6 tonight, WKYT's Mark Barber will take a look at why it's taking longer to get help and how it's costing taxpayers tens of thousands of dollars.
Could be an interesting report.
I think so. We'll be watching. Well, the government is trying to make defibrillators more reliable, and new hypertension guidelines could save both lives and money.
Marley Hall has the details on those health stories and more in this Better Living report.
New blood pressure guidelines could prevent 13,000 deaths a year without increasing overall health care costs. That's according to a new analysis from Columbia University. Researchers found the guidelines could also prevent 56,000 heart attacks and strokes a year. Under the new guidelines, fewer patients need treatment. The focus is on patients with severe hypertension and increasing office visits and home blood pressure monitoring for them. The Food and Drug Administration is working to improve the reliability of defibrillators. The portable electric devices save lives, but they have a history of problems, with more than 100 recalls in the past decade. The FDA will now require a more rigorous review before the devices are approved. And a small new study adds to the questions about the safety of children's football. Researchers from Boston University tested 42 former NFL players with cognitive issues. They found players who started tackle football before age 12 performed significantly worse on memory and thinking tests than athletes who started playing later. But they say more research is needed. That's a look at the day's top health stories. Marley Hall, CBS News, New York.
And it's good to have you with us on WKYT News. Coming right up, building love through stacks of pancakes. We're going to find out more about Friday's big pancake breakfast and how it's helping folks in the community.
And his musical style defined a generation. Elvis lives tonight at the Lexington Opera House. More on tonight's tribute to the iconic artist next on WKYT.